Welcome back, everybody, to Final Fantasy XIV. We are doing these silly prelim quests to get to fight Titan. One of them being delivering some bottle of bloody stuff to this guy down here. You know, I was just running around before, and it struck me as weird that you just demanded to do all of these tiny little insignificant things. I don't know. I risk getting onto a massive rant about it, and I know it's part of the game, but yeah, anyway. We'll leave that one there. Well met, Geico. Landonel and Uod Noon both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Well, you know I've been talking to you before. Here, that. Ah, my favourite. I shall have to thank the Noon personally. Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenard this time to obtain it. Let's take those. Somebody's parked their car right there. Matrosa Poggers. The things we do for cheese. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the long stop and that delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I'd like nothing more than to aid her myself, I'll have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls Dock and speak with Bosun Nazoon. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. Okay. Yeah, I think the point I was making before is kind of irrelevant because, yes, this isn't the real world. But, you know, the situation is the primals are threatening the land. And we've got somebody stepping up to say, okay, I'll deal with that. And then the response to that is for that person to immediately be told, go and collect ingredients for a feast. What? It just seems rather silly to me. But it's all the ways and the means to get experience points, and we are now level 52 as well, as of about 10-15 minutes ago. What's the hurry, venturer? Something happened over at the Gobby settlement. I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. Indeed. I am. Raincatcher Gully used to be my favourite location in the game. Just because of the way it looks, and yeah, it's just very nice. Very pleasant to be in. Except for the, you know, local fauna that tries to kill us. I think all of this should leave us alone now though, because we're 52 and they're, yeah, 33. Let's test that theory. Yep, just stink eyeing us, but aside from that, nothing too harmful. So I went for my booster jab this morning. That was fun. It actually hurt a lot more than the other two jabs that I've had. The first jab, it didn't so much hurt as I could, you know, noticeably feel the needle. The second jab that I had back in, was it June, didn't feel at all. I literally thought that the injection hadn't been given. But the one today, yeah, God, that hurt. And my arm still feels quite sore now, so... But it's done. Now I have my booster, and I am as vaccinated as I can be. Anyway, tongue flaps of that guy be reaching the ears of Brayflox. Uplander has come for tasty fresh gobby treats, yes. Quest prize for Upland. Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beast chased Gobbyflock from homes. Gobbyflock needs goodly Uplander to give safety to Longstop with much hand lending. Oh, yeah, it's another dungeon. Okay. Which one is it? That one. Join. So God only knows how long this is going to take to join. Hopefully not too long. They haven't been so far. But we'll be back when we're ready to go. Yep, that didn't take very long at all. In we go. Hopefully. See the DPS readies up. Yay. Dear Lord, the hell is that? Let's go. I just remembered I turned the sound down a little bit before when I was listening to some YouTube videos in the background, so if this is too quiet, I will probably turn it up after I've done this dungeon. What was up there? I don't know. I don't think it was anything, to be honest. Through the gate. Yep. Oops. Don't know what I was doing there. What's in the loot? Nothing I need. As always. Run, run, run. Very good. I'm making short work of this. Yeah, something tells me the Inferno Drake isn't going to be too susceptible to fire attacks. Forgot that one was still there, actually. What we got? Infantry bandana. Yeah, I'll pass. Okay, we're going this way. Something over here? Nope. Okay. Oh dear. Down you go. Come on, team. Let's move. That was very unpleasant. It's a big dragon. Up it goes. Itar takes to the sky. I love that spell. I don't think I'd ever play as a healer though, to be honest. I mean, the idea is quite interesting, being a support class character. I just don't think I'd be very good at it. I mean, I'm not particularly good at DPS, but it seems as though tank and healer are two big responsibility classes. And maybe that speaks more about me than it does anything else. I don't want the responsibility, so I'll play DPS. It's the way it goes. What we got? Dragon! He started without me. I don't know if this boss has any specific attacks that we need to be extra wary of. I can't even remember fighting this. It's like just area attacks that are easily avoidable. Or direction attacks, whatever you call them. It's restoring its own HP, is it? Interesting. Oh, right, so we've got to get it away from that pool. Yeah. That makes sense. Ow! Okay, why can't I use... Thank you. Can't see. It appears to be a poison dragon, so... There we go. I was going to say fire might actually have an effect on it. Splat. Oh, everybody's gone. Leave. I've got some long stop base lads, whatever they are. Let's have a look. Are they pants? What's a base lad when it's at home? I don't know. Are they shoes? Is it the weapon? Oh, the weapons. Daggers, by the looks of things. Okay, never mind. We don't need them, whatever they are. Let's head back to our goblin friend and let him know that we've got whatever it was he wanted. Something about cheese, I think. There you go. Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobby Flock. Flighty Beast was Trixie 4, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Well, there wasn't much of a plan. It was more of run in with a team of 4 people and kill everything that moves. Brayflock's happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever uplander. God's sake. Bloody language in this game. Cheese is stinky sweet gobby treat. Special make with secret gobby arts. No party complete without gobby Gouda. Brayflock's ever say. Every say. Whatever. Whatever. Right. I think, is that everything? We've got everything we need now. Can I go and fight the primal? You know, the really important thing. I made the mistake of buying some chocolate today as well. On the way back from, I got my job at a pharmacy. A little tent set up at the back. Really weird, actually. And then on the way back, I was like, I do need a few things, a few bits and bobs. So I nipped into the supermarket. And as I'm walking around, I thought, do you know what? I deserve something nice today. So I got myself some Marmite peanuts. Some chocolate. I shouldn't have got the chocolate because one thing that never survives long in this house is things like chocolates, biscuits, crisps, that sort of thing. I think I've already eaten about half the bar. Terrible human being. But I do quite well in not having that sort of stuff lying around. It's all part of the whole self-discipline thing. I'll buy in just what I need to eat for the week. And I don't usually splurge on unnecessary things. The only thing I'd be guilty of buying, I'm a huge fan of root beer. And I have been since I was like really young. Used to be able to buy root beer in McDonald's in the UK. I don't know if that's a thing in the US that you can still get that, but yeah, in the UK for a while, not anymore I don't think. Used to be able to get root beer in McDonald's, and God, it's the most amazing taste. Oh. And every now and again I'll see it in the supermarket and I'll be like, yeah, it's happening. I gather you solved Brayflox's little problem. Yes, I did. What's this? Goblin cheese. The pungent odour of this hard yellow cheese, veined with blue-green mould, is most comparable to the warm, damp boot of a zombie after stepping in ripe chocobo dung. Goblins claim it's a delicacy, but then again, they have their masks to filter out the aroma. They do. Ooh, that's nice barding you've got in your chocobo. That's incredibly nice barding. That's a really nice mount as well. Here, have it. I don't want it. By the gods, that unholy stench. This is definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavourful. How's it made? It's best to remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Should I really don't want to know. I'll take the silver pieces. Right, now can I fight Titan? Bravo, Geico. Thanks to you, our guests shall be honoured with a marvellous banquet. What good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Sorry. Luckily, I know just the person to ask. God's sake. All you have to do is give him this order slip, he'll take care of the rest. Okay. You're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience? I assure you I do actually need the wine. While you're there, give Shamani Lomani my regards. Alright, back to wine port. Yeesh. I think this opens up a whole nother quest line as well, where it's like, I can't make the wine because we don't have the grapes, or the vines don't exist anymore. Fellow Arcanist. Kind of gone the long way around, but that's alright. pirate ship out there. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to get this done, get Titan fought and destroyed. And then maybe we can do some more of the Arcanist summoner missions, maybe. I don't know. We do have that Forgotten But Not Gone quest, which is part of the Arcanist healer subclass thing. So we probably won't ever do that. Don't know whether to abandon it. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what time I actually got to bed last night. I can't remember. I think I finished recording roughly around 1ish. And I was up again 8:45. I looked online to see if there were any showings of Dune in my local area. Unfortunately not. It seems to not be showing anymore, so I missed my chance, it looks like. Unless I can go and see it somewhere like Manchester or somewhere like that. Yes, this is this quest, I do remember. Sweat, crime and blood. Ah, Eureka blood. An adventurer, unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? This letter. An order? Let me guess, a request for the finest vintage I can muster. Paper smells of loam and perfume, Costa del Sol. And there is also the unmistakable odour of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Garuda would not settle for anything less than the best. That and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. Ah, but perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. I wouldn't go that far. I'd quite like you to tell me your story. You only wish to discuss the wine, I suspect. Go on then. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. Oh, that's the squirrel that you can see dancing around on the floor there. With its little Christmas hat on. That's the counterpart to the wind-up Rudy that we got. Anyway, it wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. But you grow impatient, and Weeskate must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. Does he climb upon your shoulder? Oh, I'm equipping him. Sorry, Rudy, you've been relegated as soon as this conversation's over. If he does that, so cute. Best vintages in town are hoarded by Berglaint. I don't know. Who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. Okay, let's go and ask him. So this involves kind of hermity guy who lives down the end of the gully. Oh, there's another quest as well. Do it for the money. Hello, hear me, or Master Hinging Thingy will know the reason why. I mean, he'll simply tell you himself if you refuse to hear it from me. You've no doubt seen those ghastly grass raptors skulking about outside our gates. They develop a taste for the vines we used to grow our brandy wine, cherries. We can't abide that. You must kill the horrible creatures. I will. Because I like cherries as well. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion. I do not care for interruptions. Neophyte Vinter bid you speak with me? Ha. Oh, you've got a really cool moustache as well. Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gubu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. Oh, there's your answer. Is there another quest? Have you gone for my site? And also, can you do this other quest for me, please? Call this cork. Ha, this sad squelchy thing isn't fit to kiss my back end, let alone my fine whites and reds. I'd say you should try again, except that I wouldn't trust you with the worst of vintages now. You're dead to me. You, adventurer, I've had it trying to get quality from my own lot. Show this off how it's done and bring me the materials you find off cork bulbs. Okay. Shall do as you ask. But I also need to make sure that we're doing all the quests at once. Take it he said no. Really? In those words? Well, I cannot say that I'm surprised. Well, there's no denying his passion and skill. The wine Baron of Limsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. Let's do that then. Ooh. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the Vineruns Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavourful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Again, pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. I think you were probably just a little bit drunk. That might explain the eyesight. But as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we can't convince Thingy to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard the rumours that one of the Vineruns tending the vineyards might have once owned Upful. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. Sure. Are these the vineyards? Yes, they are. This is pretty. You there? What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. So it would seem. Can we... Where are we going? Are they in that house? Oh, the Durim Falurim. Bacchus wine? Bah, don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my god's damned house. So, no. Nobody here has any. No luck, Most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess my certitude should be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a Vinter. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Gomorrah, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realised there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia, which once filled me with hope, may be forever lost to us. Yeah. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there's a favour I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die, because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Drest took me in and nursed me back to health. And it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Dress sometimes works at the Rain-Catcher-Gully docks, so perhaps Ritskilt can tell you where to find him. Let's go and find him. Also, I did mention we turned the volume down. Turn it back up again. I hope that's not too loud. What? Can't jump down there? Are you having a laugh? Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit. Aye, I toss him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hell don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've got a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String. It's basically just at the end of this ravine. I do remember bits and pieces. It's good to know that nothing's going to leap out and attack us, though. I guess there's a couple of other people doing the quest at the same time. Dressed. What do you want? What you want? Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? Groan. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, keeps me awake. I'm not. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. I will. Midges be gone. You, the man trying to sleep in here. Keep it down. Resummon Baxterionomon. Only green, eh? Let's take him down. Timber. Midgies. No, that was my midgie swarm. Can't see any others. Hello, midges. Help. Back off. Right, that's all the midges killed. Well, all the midges that need to be killed, anyway. Road sparrow. Oh, that's cute. Where do I get that? It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others, no one else survived. I didn't ask for this. Damn it, I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands, just like they tried to conquer yours. Let's have a look at you. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. And you can, my friend. You can. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine. See? It should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope one day to do the same. Shells, you say? Come on, team. Oh yeah, I was going to swap you out, wasn't I? Right, Rudy, you've had your fun. Not just any squirrel, that's a squirrel emperor. What's that? Oh, this must be where I get the hawk. Oh, or is that a shell? Yeah, it's a shell. So there's one down here as well. Wine. It's basically making what you call it, moonshine booze next to the water. One, two. Looks like there's some cork things up here. Can you get up there? Come on, you can do it. You can do it. No, you can't do it. You're bloody useless. Oh, it's a raptor. Die. More wine, please. Thank you. So we'll take this back to Wine Port. Kill some things on the way. And then we'll be halfway to level 53. The one good thing, well, one of the good things about leveling so far past what we need to is that it's going to basically make us able to do more of the summon missions as soon as we're able to get them. Just be able to blast through a load at once, instead of having to sort of do one, level up to do the next one, etc, etc. Why are you aggroing over here? Piss off. Okay, that's everything. No, it's not raptors. We need to kill some more raptors. Thankfully there's plenty of them up here. What the hell are these? They're for something? Oh, okay. What level's that? No, I'm not doing it. Too low. Too low. Yeah, raptor, raptor, raptor. One down, two down, sorry. Three down. And four down. Piss off. Right, so we can hand these quests in here. You take them. And another quest. The etiquettes, pardon me, wine labels to laymen such as yourself, used by a winery, always bear the noble countenance of Master Thingy himself. As such, our esteemed Vintian has invited a famed Uldan miniaturist, very well known, probably the most famous miniaturist in all the land, to fashion a label truly worthy of a classic vintage. And he is due to arrive today. I beg you, won't you go down to the Raincatcher docks and meet him? Fear he will be quite mobbed by admirers, and I'll not have him molested, at least until the portrait is done. Okay, here's your cork. Now this seems like some fine cork. Just the right amount. Give some air comes through, but not the moisture. I should be so lucky as to have barrels full of this. If only my people were as efficient at finding it. Yeah, well, your people suck. I'm amazing. And just quickly let you know, we've got you some funny wine. Sap of a palm tree fermented inside an island coconut shell. Far more potent than wine made from grapes. Palm wine, if brewed for too long, can cause loss of eyesight. Ah yes, as I recall, he did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilises the natural properties of palm sap. We are not so different, Drest and I. Two men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he's been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Aye, it is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Geico. No worries. Hey, we get a little boo-boo. By the gods, Geico, listen, I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Dresd's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odour. Thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain these are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Dresd found the leaves. Here, take one back to him and see what he remembers. Hey, the squirrel on my shoulder. Look at him. Oh. It's a shame my horns kind of... There we go. Put my shoulder forward, it looks a bit better. That's so cute. Huge my squirrel. Right. Let's go and get this schmuck from the docks. Is it? No. What are you doing? Yes, I'm the miniaturist. Pardon me if I do not give you my name. I travel incognito, such is my fame. Our master Thingy awaits. I will fly to him forthwith. We have much to discuss, the master and I. Our artistic differences are many and sundry, yet I cannot resist returning for another etiquette. He is a model in 1,000, that one. Is that all you wanted me to do? I find that hard to believe. You got blue chocolate. You got blue or purple? Anyway. Let's go back and see Dresd. Let him know that the wrappings he was using for his moonshine wine are actually more valuable than he realises. Or maybe he does realise. Who knows? Oh, Dresdy, I'm back. Oh, hello again. What is it? This. A broad green leaf from a thought-to-be extinct Bacchus grapevine. It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gubus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. I'm not worried about that. Especially not in this neck of the woods. Let's mount up. Head towards this Juggernaut. Oh. Oh, it's down here. I got really confused then. So is it telling me to go back to where I came from? That would be the Juggernaut. Oh, it's one of those flying machines. Weird looking things. Here we go. Destination. Ripples in the water catch your eye. Shesmu. Shesmu is no more. Search the gubu near the Juggernaut. Search for the gubu near the Juggernaut, sorry. Right. I believe that just means we collected the thing. Yeah. Cutting from a Bacchus grapevine, a variety of sweet wine grape thought to be long extinct. Long extinct? Wasn't the calamity like 5 years ago? That's not that long. Nothing else to do down here, is there? Nope. A couple of quests down by... Is that Costa del Sol? Yeah, it is. That'll be Master Garuda or whatever the hell he's called. We'll probably pass on those. Come back and do them after we fought Titan, maybe. Unless we have to do them. I don't think we do. I think they're optional. Hiya. He's got one of these. Aha, I was right. I smell this texture. This texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Yes, be careful with it. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vinter could... Yeah, that's what you scowl at him. 12 is my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me, but why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Thingamajig. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamouring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't... Wait, the shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, this couldn't possibly be... A 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realise that it was never meant for me. It should be savoured by the saviours of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Garuda will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Geico. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. Do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Other Thingamabob. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Doesn't wine take a very long time? I'm not saying that you're old, but, you know. Here's your bloody... Oh no, he's... Where is he? No, never mind. Our expert in etiquettes has just been by. Simply marvellous. I shall order the chilled wine taken to his quarters at once. Ah, how sweet it is to have the miniaturist here again. It's been 4 or 5 years for the calamity stripped our vines. Our first bottling in half a decade. And oh, to see the master's beatific visage captured again. Beatific. Oh, for God's sake, what do you want now? The vineyard wastes much water washing sugar and chaff off the grapes. The spoilage and dregs of vats and barrels, all of it goes into the river. The richness of the swill chokes the river and... Oh, toads. Fine, I'll fucking kill the toads as well. You know, sometimes, just sometimes, I wonder how much actual work the people of this world do, and how much they just foist off on adventurers. Thankfully they're all concentrated along this river, so we won't have to go far. One. Two. Three. Any new titles? Nope. Ooh. That's a world boss. I'm probably not tough enough to take that down. Should we give it a go? Let's give it a go. Yeah, definitely not tough enough to take it down. Let's get the hell out of here. Run! Please tell me that he's not still down there. No. Here you go. Scrambled eggs. Or an acorn cookie. We'll take the cookie. That really takes the biscuit. Ah, so funny. What's going on here? I think you may have had one too many sips. Oh dear. Okay. Back to Costa del Sol. And then hopefully, once the celebrations are complete, we can head off and fight Titan. Yep. How are you getting on there? Doing alright? Good. Okay, where are you? There you are. Doop. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So what other wine? A vintage wine from the year 1547 of the 6th Astral Era. Is that 7 hells, a 1547 Bacchus. Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Geico. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. They better bloody had to. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Well, she can just bloody sit on her own tail. Sorry, I'm getting very angry. Perhaps you could tell her the banquet is about to begin. Yes, I will. He had the look of a man who has been to the 7th hell and back. But a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in his own honour, and this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all. It beggars belief. Do you know what? I actually agree with you there. Can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, never pronounce that word, ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Oh no, don't worry, I've not been very graceful about it. Lady Stoller, Sir Kujin. Sir Kujin? Bloody hell. Yep. 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, sir. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. A bit late now. Come now, you must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I'd send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare him your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Geico has no knowledge of your traditions. Perhaps you would be so good as to enlighten him. Aye, aye, fair's fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be god-slayers by his own criteria. Even if one found him wanting, he would be rejected without a second thought. But if he proved himself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support his cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly. We will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you designed to test Geico with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I'm sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? He's a brave one, that much is certain. He's willingly walked into the midst of danger despite my repeated warnings that it could cost him his life. His skill is undeniable. He stalked his prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Geico, however, is kind and generous soul. I am certain he has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at his side. Wily Uplander is talentful plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty Rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 of the company of heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Geico Kujin, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. Shall. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Geico Kujin, Titan's Bane. Huzzah! Right, that was a thrilling party. I've got business to be about. Bronze-skinned beauty. Hello. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Exotic feast. That looks disgusting. Meanwhile, what? Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, cry out to the heavens in celebration. Really? Never tasted food that good before. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa Labinsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they'll fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Gobbyflock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Well, aren't you just a lazy bunch of good-for-nothings? Ah, Geico, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonel sends his regards. Yeah, why not? You are a veteran of countless battles, Geico. This is but one. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. We're ready. You are kind to indulge in them, Geico. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan is yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Aye. Out with the way back stereo I'm on. Move. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Do you know the way? Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lenoskia. There you will meet with Riol, another man who once served the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you've given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Oh, for God's sake. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realise this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it's more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Okay, let's get this over and done with then. Was it Eastern Lenoskia? Or was that Upper Lenoskia? How do I get there? I know how I get there. I do this. Scary how quickly it's getting dark outside now. It's not even 4:30 and it's, well, it's not pitch black at all, but it's nearly dark. Whistle there. Whistle here. Might as well get my stuff mended before we go into battle. Fancy outfit. Big plan. Whistle loudly and then go over here. Please don't send me on any other quests before I go and do Titan. Greetings, mate. Might you be the one the captain said would come calling? I thought so. Pay attention now, because I ain't explaining myself twice. I'm all ears, trust me. There we go. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get Titan, one of the scouts stumbled across this beastman Aetherite. See? What's that look for? Not familiar with him? He speaks of an unamplified Aetherite which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there is no fundamental difference between such Aetherites as those which you have used on countless occasions, Geico. Oh, well, if it ain't the Sharlayan lass, welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Orgamoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I've long pondered. Give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step, and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and it was that that's got us thinking. I mean, Ugamaro mines are like a bleeding city, aren't they? Getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Ethernet, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were Aetherite shards in the depths of Orgamoro, you would have needed to attune yourself to them before you could identify their signatures within the live stream. Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had this Sharlayan bloke to help us see. Delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing any Sharlayan scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible, if the Aetherites in question happen to be... yes. But in order to guide a traveller to a beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible, in theory at least. Yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. No, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at that Aetherite? It ain't far, though there should be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle mind. I doubt they'll even pay us any attention. Or maybe they will, who knows. Thankfully he is right, it's not far at all. Here it is. Beastman Aetherites. Oops. So this is the Aetheryte the Company of Heroes used to gain access to Titan's Sanctuary. It is as Papalimo speculated. In its present state, this Aetheryte signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolise my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me, Geico. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. Good man. Good woman. I thought it was him saying that. Oh, okay. Anyway, with effort, it's possible that I may be able to stabilise the Aetheryte signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Till such time as I do, you will be on your own. It's alright, Thancred showed up half-assed late to the party, so don't see why you should be any different. Let's see if I am worth my salt. I have located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. We are prepared, trust me. Titan, Titan. Tiddly tiddly Titan. Having passed the seemingly endless trials imposed upon you by the Company of Heroes, you've been entrusted with the knowledge of a secret way into the navel, the domain of the primal Titan. Courtesy of Ishtola's magic, the Beastman Aetheryte is now primed to send you to a confrontation with the Lord of Crags. Gird your loins for a struggle of titanic proportions. Gird my loins? Ooh. What exactly is going to happen to me down there? Okay, there are people milling about here, so hopefully this shouldn't take too long. Alrighty, here we go. That took a little bit of time, about 8 minutes. Look, an overdweller. Yes, an invader from above. He uses our Aetherites against us. He's defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary. Trespassed, violated, defiled. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear him not. His fate should be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You should be the first to face judgment, then Limsa and her are both breakers. Liars, betrayers, oath breakers. Yes, indeed. There we go. Blam. There he is. Oh, we got a carbon collab for some reason. Oof. I've just made it my earth attacks, which are probably going to be useless against Titan. Oh, mind you, seem to be doing some damage. shine a light. Uh-oh. Ah, I'm stuck in one of them. Oh, sorry, he's dead. Hey! Splat. Lord of Crags, great father Titan has fallen. Yes, he has. It's a crystal. That's 4 out of 6. Crimes of the Overdwellers shall never be forgiven, never be forgotten. No, no, never. It's your kin who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defence of our lands. Cease your aggression, or never will there be peace. Until our dying breaths we shall defy you. Deny, decry, defy. Now these are the readings one would expect of an icon. I have seen enough. Proceed as planned. Are you sure that's wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. You do not yet know its true capabilities. You trust in mine, Rietine? My curiosity is your... My curiosity is your... Speak! My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Why, if there be truth to the legends, it could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea, given but a little while longer. Is that not so? It is. No great single power has ever been conceived, much less realised. Tongue will not work. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. Fool. And now he has a fourth. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. Farther you have come, your work is far from done. And naught remain to mark his passing. Well, the Ascians are nothing if not elusive. It's of little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. But that they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly share? I feared I might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. I have taken measures to ensure that we are not pursued, yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Aetheryte in Zelma's Run, and we will rendezvous at Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed? Agreed. Okay. Back to Camp Bronze Lake. So that's Titan defeated. We'll probably have to do the next summoner quest to get the replacement for that. Unless it's appeared. No, doesn't seem to be there. I am relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss our next step. Okay. Though word will already have reached Maelstrom Command, protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission's success. The honour is rightfully yours, Geico. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. Do we need to speak to... Opolanos? Yeah. No, I was going to say it's the name of the answer. Fine, that costs us nothing to go back, so we can wrap that one up. We could just use the bloody Ethernet inside the city to teleport. I'm an idiot, but never mind. I don't know where it is. Belongs to it on walk. It's that way. I guess he now just lives on my shoulder. I haven't seen him get down. Everyone's having a jolly nice dance. Did we get any extra storm seals for that? Don't think we will do. It is good to see you, Private Kujin. Word of your triumph reached me some while ago. I am pleased to have it personally confirmed. First if Britain, now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the Warriors of Light less keenly, and there can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. Suffice it to say, we are glad to have a scion in our ranks. We shall relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Send my regards to the scions of the 7th Dawn. Until next time, Private. Thanks, folks. Garco, this has been Philia. Ishtola has informed me of your success. You've won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, one that shall not be forgotten. What is more, both you and Ishtola emerged from Orgomoro unscathed. Why, Tatari and the others seemed as glad of that as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Right, and then back to the Waking Sands. Oh yeah, can use that thing as well. Ta-da. I'll just finish this off by reporting back to Minfilia, and then we'll leave that episode there. So the next primal to take down is Garuda, I believe. But that will happen another time. Done a lot this episode. The dungeon, primal, all that bloody... Oh, yes, I forgot about this. Yeah. We have a problem. Oh god, they killed the little thing. Oh, it's not dead. This one is glad. Walking one is safe. Ooh.
例によって一度砂の家に帰ってきてくれるかしら。今後の方針を詰めましょう。じゃあ待ってるわね。本当に無事でよかった。ルイ沢様、見てますか？あなたの尊い意志は勇敢な冒険者の手によって再びエオル勢に広がろうとしていますよ。
ここにバンシー・イフリートとタイタンを沈めた冒険者がいるはずだ。出てこい。隠れているとこいつら皆殺しだぞ。
あなたは隠れていなさい。いいわね。そしてあの人が帰ってきたらこう伝えて。おとなしく従います。だから無関係な人を殺すのはやめなさい。
あら、暁の親玉さん見つけた。丸腰で出てくるなんて勇気あるわね。
あの人はいないわ。探したって無駄よ。
本当みたいね。
でもここがどうやって？まさか。
おしゃべりはそこまでよ。
Oh dear.
どうして？
やめろ。
もう十分だ。やめろ。冒険者はいなかったけど、暁の親玉さんを捕らえたことでこの場は良しとしてあげるか。あの力、親玉さんにもあるみたいだしね。楽しみだわ。いつまでやっている？
Absolutely brutal.
連れて行け。
So they've taken Minfilia. They've killed everyone else. Walking one, Minfilia asked this one to what? In case walking one returned, this one was to say a church in Eastern Thanalan, walking one must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect walking one Minfilia from Imperial ones. Forgive this one. Save. Oh dear. Oh. Well, on that incredible cliffhanger, we're going to leave it there. Surrounded by death and devastation. But yeah, so next time we will be heading to the church that Minfilia has ordered us to go to and coming up with some sort of plan to get her back. But for now, it's bye from me, bye from Carbuncle, and the squirrel obviously knew better because it's done one. It's hidden somewhere. Anyway, bye.